Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wolf Quest 2.7.2. We are here with the Starry Skies pack with Kuma and his mate Willow and their companion wolf, their companion cousin Spirit, who is currently up taking care of the wolf pups at the den. And we are continuing on with the second litter that Kuma and Willow have ever had. And oh my goodness, these are little gluttonous wolf pups. They get hungry so fast, as quickly as we can run down to try to clean up the carcasses, which ironically is the current special quest. The challenge we have to do for this litter is to get rid of all of the carcasses before we can leave for the summer hunting grounds. Ironically, that's working out pretty well because these wolf pups are so hungry, and you guys actually voted on the gluttonous wolf pups. And why is there another bear at the den already? We just got here! I bet Spirit has the wolf pups like clustered inside of the den and he's muttering angrily to himself. I'm sorry, Spirit. And again, you'll never be able to see Spirit, but we just kind of say that he is a member of the pack even if you don't actually see him show up, because it makes things a little bit more interesting to imagine that our pack is bigger than just our breeding pair of wolves. And Spirit is the cousin of Kuma, so that's how they're related. Oh, thank goodness. All right, we have to stay at the den, though. We finally fed the wolf pups enough. I think Spirit's going to be happy about that. All right, let's take a moment to play with them, at least. But you guys, this has been pretty amazing. You would think that... Oh, and little Rush is the only one who wants to play right now. Do you want to play with Daddy? Want to play with Daddy? No? Oh, gosh, they're so cute, the way they all look like us. Oh, my goodness. All right, so let's give them a good howl. Stay, Rush. I'm watching you. Where do you think you're going? Oh, Drift. Why is it always Drift? Why is it always Drift who seems to attract the trouble? Let's go ahead. All right, well, Hunter really attracts the trouble because Hunter ran off. Oh, did you see that? Willow grabbed Drift by the scruff of the neck and she was trying to protect him. All right, well, we took out another coyote. Jeez. Whew. But yes, this has been absolute chaotically busy, and it's been amazing trying to keep our wolf pups alive. The story is probably going to get a lot more dramatic and tragic, though we do have so many ancestor blessings right now. And I have to say, it's very tempting to be able to make it day by breaking the Sorrow of the Storm, Sorrow of the Skies curse. I kind of alternate the names, they're the same thing. But it's very tempting to try to break the curse by using all 12 ancestor blessings, getting up to 12 ancestor blessings and using them then. But let me know if you guys think that that is something we shouldn't do, if we should save it so that our pups can stay alive, or if we should break that curse, or if we should just wait until the next litter where there's another chance, a 1 in 4 chance that Basil will be reborn, because you guys will vote on the wolf pups, and there's always a 1 in 4 chance right now that Basil will be reborn and the curse will be broken. There we go. There we go. Until the curse is broken. So there's lots of options on how we could break the curse, and some of the ability of how we'll do that is in your guys' hands. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about with the Sorrow of the Skies curse, you don't know who Kuma and Willow are, you don't know what an ancestor blessing is, I highly recommend asking questions in the comments and checking out the Wolf Quest library linked in the video description below. It is still a major work in progress, but I'm super happy with it, and that is where you can go and you can see a genealogy of all of the wolves that we have had born into our litters in the past. We're several generations deep now, and you can also go there to, hopefully when I get around to updating it, find a terminology sheet for all of these things. So all the special events, the different curses we run across, all of those things will be listed in the easy place for you guys to go find them. Also, Kuma, you ran out of stamina so fast. He's like, I can't keep climbing up this hill. Oh my goodness. But it is the family den and he's very proud of it, so I'm not surprised he continues to use it. All right. Coyote sound? How about no? Not near my baby's place? Alright, let's come over and feed the little ones. Phew! But alright, we're almost ready to start taking the pups out to learn their hunting skills. I'm so excited. We've never done hunting skills before. We're going to now start earning points. And don't worry, I'm not going to tell you guys about the points. I'm going to keep track of the points. Like, I'll tell you how many we need at the beginning and what each thing is worth. And I'll try to list it, like, in the Wolf Quest library. So if you want to, you can keep track along with us. And Seri's not the best with her math. So, you know, you're always welcome to correct me if I kind of goof on some things. But yes, we're going to be earning points now, and when we hit the max, like the required amount of points for our wolf pups learning their hunting skills, then we go to the summer hunting ground. So we're making things a lot harder than they used to be, and I think that's a good thing because we're going to use up our ancestor blessings. There we go, and a good howl so Spirit knows that we're reliable. we're going to use up our ancestor blessings so much faster as a result. So I think it's a good thing. And I'm really excited to hear what you guys think about it. And I think it's also a great way to give us more opportunity to run around with our wolf pups, which will let us learn more about their personality. Like the fact that Hunter decided to leap in our mouths, aka leap after the coyote that tried to eat him last time. That was kind of amazing. Whew. But all right, so while we are running around and trying to eat all of these elk and clean up the carcasses, which will earn us an ancestor blessing when we're done with it. Actually, well, I think they'll earn us an ancestor blessing when we're done with it. So it's going to be a huge handicap when it's time to get to the summer hunting grounds because we won't have any elk already dead to eat. But it does earn us an ancestor blessing for completing the challenge that the litter has to face. So I do like that. And see, the ancestor blessings are getting really easy to earn, so that's why I think doing the hunting skill thing, where our pups will be at risk longer because they're out in the open and exposed longer as they're learning new skills, is going to be a good thing in the long run. But while we're doing this, I'm going to say that Spirit is back up at the den, and he is actually taking care of the puppies and telling them stories, because one of the ways that you pass on knowledge is by telling stories. So he's telling the wolf pups a story, aka a fanfic that I stumbled on in the comments, and there's so many amazing fanfics, just this one caught my eye because of the ending. It kind of made me go, oh, that's so cool. But oh my gosh, elk, we're not even anywhere near you. Can you please be quieter with your elky noises and music there? But while we do this, running around with Kuma and Willow, defending, marking, feeding, Spirit is telling the wolf pups a story. So I thought I would go ahead and share that story with you guys. And this is something I want to start doing more often, just kind of having a quiet moment between the running, the feeding, the defending, to read off some of the fanfics, and they're chosen completely at random. It's literally, my YouTube comments load in at really disorganized ways, and so if I stumble on one but didn't find yours or didn't add it to the WolfQuest library, please don't be offended. I get about 2,000 comments like every couple days now, so it's just a lot to wade through. So it's kind of by chance if I just happen to glance across yours. It's not by design. It's not to try to hurt anybody's feelings. All right, let's go ahead and howl. And this one just caught my eye. So we're going to say that over here at the den, while everybody is settling in to be fed by their parents, Spirit is telling the wolf pups a story. And this is by Ryan Nathaniel, and I apologize if I said your name wrong. But this is the story of the day when you little wolf pups were born, when Robin, Rush, Drift, and Hunter were born, and how Kuma felt about that. So, without further ado, Spirit will go ahead and tell a story. Hunter, pay attention. Hunter, pay attention. Okay, Robin, why do you always let your brothers eat first? You're never going to get enough food that way. I'm quite worried about that. But Spirit's back there, and he's going to tell this tale. Kuma was worried. Willow had not given him the call yet, and normally the pups would have been born by now. Is something wrong with the birth? Kuma thought with dread. Should I go check? What if I disturb her? Wouldn't she call if something was wrong? Keeping himself useful and occupied, Kuma checked large rocks to see if they had any cougar scent, taking his time with each glance above, to the side, and below the large stone. Finally, there was a soft moan from the den. Willow! Kuma exclaimed, racing to his mate's side. What is... His jaw dropped open as the 4 pups were in view. Stunned, he stared at Willow. They're like you, Willow joked, nudging one of the large pups with her nose. Kuma grinned, still in silent shock. But he was shocked with the happiness this litter had brought him. I'll protect you with my life, Kuma promised to the 4 bundles of fur. Always, Willow murmured. I just thought that was so sweet. They don't have to be complicated. They don't have to be super in-depth. They just have to be kind of the kind of story that I think you would tell children when they're just, that sounds like the kind of story my parents would have told me while we're gathered around as little kids, hearing the story about the day we were born or something like that. And I thought that was so sweet. So thank you so much to Ram Nathaniel, and I apologize if I totally butchered your guys' names. It's probably going to happen a lot. And I just thought it was really fun. So if you guys like that, I may just start choosing some of those little notations, those little stories at random, and reading them out, and we can say that they are the companion cousin reading those, or like not reading clearly because they're wolves, but telling those stories so that hopefully there's a sense of the pack passed on to the pups. And I just love the idea of the pups kind of gathered around listening to that. So let me know what you guys think about that, because I'm kind of tickled and charmed with the idea. All right, let's continue. Robin, Oh, come here, little one. She's so sweet, but I wish she would like eat more. I feel like she just sort of sits at the back. She must be the smallest. Drift, I think, is the one who just sort of is the most clueless. He seems to get into quite a bit of trouble as well. Hunter jumps after everything, and Rush, I don't really know much about Rush yet, so we're gonna have to keep an eye on Rush, and you guys let me know if you've been paying attention to him while I've been busy trying to keep our pups alive. Let me know what you think about his personality. All right, Drift, here you go. I've got to feed all of you guys. The more I feed you, the more I can get rid of the elk. And once that's done, then we can start training the wolf pups. And I'm really... Oh, who's playing? Drift. Yeah, Drift is kind of like Hunter, where he's constantly jumping on his siblings and rolling around. All right. And I'm so excited because the sooner we get this done, the sooner we'll be able to start adding up those hunting skill points. And there's going to be a lot of those straw polls that we do where you guys get to kind of pick the adventure that the wolf pups face. And hopefully you can give them some new hunting skills. All right, let's go ahead and try to crouch up on this coyote. We're going to get you. But yeah, hopefully you guys will be able to either help us get the hunting skills faster so we can get to the summer hunting grounds faster. You might pick the like rare option that's hiding in the choose your own adventure straw polls that will give us an extra ancestor blessing. Or you might even pick an option where we lose points and we have to spend longer at the summer hunting before we can go to the summer hunting grounds because one of the wolf pups made a big mistake or there was just a accident of some kind. All right, so we cleaned that one up. Do we only have the like one left? Yes, finally! Willow, we might be able to start training our puppies! Huzzah! Oh man, and I'm still so tickled that we were able to like read that little fanfic. So I might kind of save some fanfics from now on, just like the little short ones. Like I said, again, and the shorter ones are just like the ones that'll be easier to read while I'm trying to chase down coyotes and defend our wolf pups from the constant threat of death. But I'll start saving a couple of them, and then we'll just say that our companion cousin, whoever it is for that litter, reads these to the wolf pups and tells them the story of their heritage and the story of even their adventures. Because, I mean, how often have you guys been sitting in a family, like, little meeting or a family holiday and everybody's kind of sitting together and a story about you is told from a different perspective, maybe when you were little, or maybe a funny story about you where you kind of sit out the telling because everybody else gets to tell it, maybe because you're embarrassed and you wish they wouldn't tell it, but they do anyway. That's happened to me before. But I love that idea. So then maybe Robin will have a story told about her, or maybe Hunter will have a story told about him, and we can tell them while we are running around and taking care of our wolves. Like, I adore that. And I love how your guys' stories and your guys' lore and your guys' beautiful fan art have brought this to life. And also, you guys, as a really random little final note aside while we finish up this part of the challenge for this litter, thank you guys so much for the positivity and the kindness that is in our WolfQuest community. We used to have a lot of issues, a lot of drama going on with Lunala and her litter way back in March. And many of you guys are very, very young, but you will remember that. I mean, it was only in March. And you'll remember how absolutely depressed and sad I got over seeing people yell at me and call me names and seeing people yell at each other and seeing people go, oh, I hate this series because Lunala is so dumb, when she was just a more challenging character. She wasn't supposed to be perfect. She wasn't supposed to be good. She was supposed to have flaws. And that was really difficult for a lot of our younger viewers to kind of grasp, or just difficult for anybody to accept that not all of our wolves, I don't want to make all of our wolves perfect. I want to make some of our wolves really flawed and to make mistakes and to put their love before their desire to take care of their pups, or to put their sense of vengeance before their desire to take care of their pups. And that'll happen sometimes. But it got really super, super negative to the point where I didn't record WolfQuest for months because it was too stressful. I was too sad. I was too scared. I didn't want to have to deal with the backlash and the hate in the community. And that's kind of beginning to happen a little bit in Warrior Cats. But because you guys have shown me, like, I wasn't ever going to record WolfQuest again. I was tired of it, resulting in making me, a grown woman, feel like I was reduced to tears and stress when all I was trying to do was make these free, amazing adventures to share with everybody. It was ridiculous, and I didn't ever want to record WolfQuest again. I didn't want to touch it again. I didn't want to think about it again. I was just going to uninstall it and move on with my life. And then you guys turned around and made it such an amazing experience. You continued to support it and ask kindly for more of it. And then you like who, a lot of people among you who are also adults like me, and also young viewers who are as young as like 6 or 8 in some cases, and some who are like twice my age, like in their 50s. So thank you to all of you. I know we have a huge age range who watches. I can see because of my analytics who watches, and I get messages all the time. But it was because of you guys making the fan art. It was because of you guys writing the little fan fictions. It was because of you guys messaging me and letting me know, hey, I really love this. I really love WolfQuest. It's just a 15-minute thing that I love looking at every day and seeing the story continue and watching the legacies unfold. And because of your guys' suggestions, like Ashley's suggestion for doing the experience that our pups will take, the hunting points. Oh my goodness. Like Ashley's idea, you guys mourning when we do lose pups, when we lost Basil, your guys voting on the different things. Did we just earn another ancestor blessing? Not yet. I don't think. Did we earn an ancestor blessing? What? At some point we did, because the last time we earned an ancestor blessing for bears, we were at 20 bears. How did we earn that many? Oh my gosh, I don't know. But all right, let's come down here and we're going to feed the pups. For crying out loud, little hunter. I know you want to go chase that bear down, but please. And your guys' suggestions on like what challenges we can add into the story, and just your encouragement and the way you help me when I need to, like, I couldn't remember like all of the wolf pups names, and you guys had written down all of the generations, and I was able to refer to that when I was writing up my ancestor thing. Hunter, who's trying to eat you? A coyote? I don't think so, coyote. You don't get my hunter. Thankfully, I have lots of ancestor blessings, so even if you do, you wouldn't get him for very long. It would just be a bad dream. Get away from my puppies! Hunter! I feel like Hunter's like, yeah, and he wants to like take a bite out of them. There's another one! Oh my gosh. All right, we'll get rid of these coyotes. But yeah, we're almost ready to head out, but I just wanted to say thank you to all of you for that. Because the last couple months, the Summer of the Wolves we've been doing, this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't because of the positivity and the kindness that you guys have put in. If it wasn't because some of you saw how upset I was getting, and it's ridiculous to get upset about YouTube comments, I know that, but when there's hundreds of them, I can't tell you guys that I love you as a community and that I'm committed to you guys and committed to trying to make things nice for you, and then tell you that your comments don't mean anything. Like, you can't have one without the other. I can't tell you guys that I really care if I don't really care about all of it. Because you can't just go, oh, I'm only going to listen to the nice things and not the bad things or the mean things, and mean it. Because that's the same pathway in your heart. And if you're going to open your heart that deeply to one side, then it is open that deeply to the other. You can affect what you do, how you react to those kind things, when you can accept and do something about how, like, your reaction to them. But you can't close off the good without you can't close off the bad without closing off the good. I really don't believe you can do that. You can't cherry pick the things you decide to react to, you can cherry pick the things you decide to react to. You can't cherry pick caring at all. You can't just turn off one side of your emotions and turn on the other. That's not how it works. And if I told you guys, oh yeah, I only care about the nice comments, I don't ever care about the ones that are just snitty, I don't care about the ones that are like just an 8-year-old having a bad day, that would be an indicator to me that I don't really care about all of you. Because I don't think that's right to say, oh, I don't care what that kid said, they're just a kid. I think that's one of like the most hurtful things I could possibly do to my younger audience members, is to dismiss their actions, even their mean actions, just because they're, in quotes, just a kid. So anyway, I'm rambling about that, but I wanted to let you guys know WolfQuest wouldn't exist. It wouldn't be here. It wouldn't be happening right now if it wasn't for you guys showing maturity and showing me what it can mean to actually have a YouTube community, to not let our channel and our community and our WolfQuest become what everybody says YouTube is about, which is just hateful, nasty, mean comments. We've created something so much bigger and better than that because of you. And I wanted to say thank you. And I wanted to say thank you for all of our puppies, because they wouldn't be here and this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for you amazing people who spoke up, and you amazing people who continue to speak up and continue to support WolfQuest. It will truly be here for as long as you guys continue to just watch it, love it, watch the stories develop, contribute to the stories, If you feel like the story is missing an edge of drama, depth, or richness to it, then that's just because it's there and open for you guys to add that in. So thank you so much. All right, so next time, you guys, we're gonna go and finish up that very last elk. Willow, my dear. And then we're gonna start training our puppies. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye. Oh, what the heck? What the heck was that? Oh, it was a bunny. What a fitting thing to stumble upon right before, there we go, right before the end. So I'm gonna go ahead, a lucky rabbit foot to all of you guys to say thank you. So I think even Atlas and our wolves are saying thank you. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.